Woo, I'm excited. Alright guys, so this is going to be the first video in the Learning the TIG Weld series. We're going to do probably stainless and aluminum, and I just want to say this is not a how-to series. This is not me teaching you. This is just me showing the process that I'm going through, trying to learn how to do this because I want to be able to make stuff for the car like exhaust and intercooler piping and whatever aluminum stuff I have to do. Want to be able to do it, don't want to pay somebody to do it, so I want to learn. This is the process. This is what I'm going through trying to learn. Should be kind of entertaining because I'm going to mess it up a lot and I'll show you everything, so let's do it. My very first attempt at ever doing this. I've never touched a TIG welder before, so we're going to go through the process and see what it looks like. I did try to do some MIG welding with my other welder, some aluminum, just to try to, I was practicing on here to try to do some of my intercooler piping, and it didn't work very well. I was able to get 2 of the pipes connected, but it took a while. It was a struggle. So I have some pieces here, just some flat stock pieces. This I'm just going to use. So I'm just going to get right into it, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be using the foot pedal. So I have it set up on AC TIG pulse and 30 amps right now. Try a little more sauce. I went to 65 amps. Play with some different settings. Whoa! We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna figure this out. Alright, we're gonna try it again. Made some changes. I don't know if they were gonna do anything, but that's what this is for. Me to learn and you guys to laugh. Took me a while to figure this out, but there's a local and a remote setting on here, and the local's supposed to be used for the button, the clicker button, and the remote is supposed to be used for the foot pedal, but for some reason it's not working or adjusting any current at all with the foot pedal. So when I was using it on remote for the foot pedal, it was only, and I'd look on the screen here, it would only say 10 amps. So that's where I was getting some of those issues and not able to start a puddle. So I put it on local and then it would go to full current, but I'm not able to adjust it. So I did contact Eastwood about that, just to figure out if I'm doing something wrong or if it's actually in the foot pedal. Because it turns it on, but it doesn't actually adjust anything. Alright guys, it's a little while later, but we might be getting somewhere. So I played around with a bunch of settings, and I guess you're supposed to have the foot pedal on remote, but it doesn't seem like it works when I have it on remote. So we're gonna try this, and I have it on local, which is supposed to be for the clicker button on the trigger here. We're gonna try it. For some reason when I use the foot pedal and it's on remote, it doesn't go above like 10 amps, which is why I'm just like getting this cleaning shit going on. So we're gonna try it. I'm still gonna use the foot pedal, but I have the selection on local. Let's fuck shit up. some stuff going on. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, it worked a little bit. I don't know if that's good or what's wrong with that, but we got some stuff going. We got a little bit of bead action going on. That's exciting. It's exciting. It just looks really dirty, so this metal's kind of freaking dirty, so maybe that's what that's from, but we got a little bit of action. I think part of my problem too before the pulse frequency was at like 800 hertz instead of 1, so I think that might have been a contributor to that, but let's play. I'm just gonna start that one over. Turn the current way down too. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Hopefully you guys think this is exciting, because it's very exciting for me. So I had it at 100 amps before I went down to 65, so... Oh. I need to work on the stopping it and then leaving it sitting there. Frickin' A. Ooh. Alright. So that was 65 amps. And I was doing a dab like every second pulse, so like every 2 seconds I would do a dab. And I think I kind of electrocuted myself a little bit. Look at the glove. Holy moly, that was hot. So I gotta stop it, let it shut off, and then remove it. Because it just keeps freaking going. So I like went like this and pulled the filler rod away, and I think it like arced to this whole frickin' thing and arced to my hand. I think that's what happened. Well, holy moly guys, we are melting some metal. That's exciting. Let's try to get creative here. Just gotta shoot for the moon. little booger. It's kind of messed up. I wouldn't say it's too bad though. Oh, look at that. I don't know what the hell happened there. Too hot or something, but well, it's getting there. That part looks really freaking sweet. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Boogerific, man. Boogerific. We're getting somewhere. That was the last one I just did. I was just kind of practicing a bunch on these pieces. All this other stuff is from when I was trying to MIG before. There's one from today. Then I got this one. And then that was, I don't remember what happened, but that one was kind of botched up. There's another one from today. One of my big issues was that I'm not cleaning this metal at all, which it needs to be cleaned. I also did try to do some steel and had some issues with that. I was using the wrong gas. You can see all this junk over here. I switched over to my C25 and apparently that's not the right thing to do. So went back to the argon, and that was working a lot better after that. So I have this little tiny bottle here that I'm using for argon, and I bought it just to kind of test with the MIG welder, some aluminum with just the wire feed, and I didn't know if I was ever going to be using it again. So I just got the smallest bottle I could, so I think I'm going to exchange this and try to get a bigger bottle. And somebody actually commented on a picture the other day when I showed this thing. They said I was going to go through this bottle fast. I think they thought this was my argon bottle. So if that's what they're thinking, is that I'm going to go through this one fast using argon, then I'm definitely going to fly through this little turd. So then I'll show you some butchery here. I did try to do a piece of intercooler pipe, and this was the result. So again, I didn't really clean it that well. I just kind of took all the powder coating off. I didn't clean the inside, so I'm definitely going to get some stuff to clean this a lot better, and I'm going to try this again. So I got a couple spots that actually were able to stick, but a lot of it was just kind of melting, and the arc was just kind of like all over the place. It wasn't really focused, so I wasn't able to get a good puddle, and I think it's just because it was dirty. So a lot to learn. It's going to be a process. Hopefully you guys stick around. We'll figure it out. And that's it for this one, guys. I do have the engine that's going to be going in the Z here ready to go, so that'll be a different video. We're going to get this thing up on the stand, probably clean it up, and get it ready to start going in.